Hello, my divine collective. Today I'm tapping in for a message. I hope everything is going well. I know it's gonna be okay. But we're just gonna light some sage, start the session channeling off as we usually do. I just got out the shower and I have like a face mask on right now. So if I look a little bit crazy, that's why. I used to not like the smell of sage, but now it's like, I like it now. Let it burn. All right, ready? Deep breath in. Ancestors, angels, and spirit guides of the highest light team and animal guides, come through and guide us. Give us messages for our highest good. So, I have my manifestation journal, and I wrote down a couple phrases that I heard. I heard, space makes the heart grow fonder. So I think the first part of this message is going to be about your soulmate, or your soul tribe is what I'm hearing. So platonic friends, and all of these. Maybe for a really long time you felt like you had to fend for yourself, and that you had to go throughout this portal of space and handle everything yourself, but you're not meant to go through this life alone. Like, you wouldn't have all of these gifts if God was going to keep you isolated for your entire life. Like, obviously God had to keep you isolated for a little bit, but as you're now growing older, I'm called to show you this picture that I drew on 8/23/25 that may be significant. I just smelled a whiff of ass. Anyway, but yeah, God is not gonna keep you separated from the collective for long. And I think that most of what you have experienced in life makes you kind of expect that people are going to treat you dirty, or like people are just, I feel like you just feel like people have hidden intentions. And I think that sometimes you used to self-sabotage, and so God had to pull you back, put you in this moment of realizing that these people treated you this way as an opportunity for you to project that onto other people, to notice that. You literally, the only way for you to notice that you're doing something, or that you were actually like triggered by the way that people treated you, throat chakra blockage a little bit today, is for you to experience that. And so you had to experience that untrustworthy feeling from other people to be able to alchemize that and heal yourself. And so now you realize not everyone is out to get you. Not everyone is a bully. Not everybody hates you. And so now you've grown up and you're like, but God, like, where are my friends at? You may have been saying, where are my friends at for so long? And it's truly divine timing. Like, they're looking for you too. But anyway, I also heard walking on eggshells feels like nothing when you're used to walking on glass and needles, pins and needles. Also, Drake 44:22, I was about to say 44:24. 44:22, that song is significant. But yeah, like, maybe you would get yourself into situations that, like, okay, this is better than that, but you deserve so much more. You're worth so much more. Like, your face is literally beautiful. And that doesn't define your worth, but like, a beautiful face means nothing for happiness. A beautiful face and a kind soul, a kind heart, a pure soul, a childish spirit is everyone's goal. That's everyone's goal in life. And a lot of people don't even realize that that's their goal. And so your light is contagious. Either people get sick from your light, or they choose to spread it to other people, right? To consume it and use it for their own good. And so I'm literally hearing the experience that you're about to experience, 444, is going to make you even braver of a soul than you were before. Okay? 100,000 may be significant, I'm also hearing like dolls, Barbies, Zelda, like old video games, Nintendos. But I also like, there is this inner knowing that no matter what anyone says to you, you trust God. Because truly, who was there at your lowest moments? Who was there when you faced the devil in the eyes? Who was there when your feet were burning from walking on hot coal? You know, glass shards. Who was there to mend you up? Yourself and God. And so, unless someone is going to come in, do what you can do more. Do what you can do for yourself more. Not physically, not materialistically, but give you the love and care for you as if they are you. And that is reciprocal. Never put yourself above anybody else. Or, not like that. Whoa. Maybe you grew up thinking that you shouldn't put yourself above anybody else. Maybe you grew up being told that you're a selfish girl. I literally I've been told my entire life that I'm selfish. I am the most selfless person, one of the most selfless people that I've ever met. Throat chakra blockage. Okay. And your light is meant to shine upon the darkness. I'm literally seeing a spotlight. I heard the lights turn on. And I was listening to Rocket Affirmations. It's like what is that called? A Rampage. And I literally heard like a corporate telephone. Ding, 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 ding. Hello? So you're getting an offer soon. A job offer. That's not like a job. Like maybe when you hear job, you get a little bit scared. But it's not like really like a job. It's more so like your purpose. And I'm also hearing you don't have to search for your purpose because it's just gonna come to you and it's just who you are. You get paid to exist. And stop rejecting that. Like you literally get paid to exist. Like you're so beautiful, kind, soulful. Like maybe you sing. I heard Janae Aiko. I heard Music Soul Child, Brandy. But yeah, Candy. I've been seeing Candy all day long. Like pictures of Candy, the word Candy. What else? Blue, the word business. What else have I seen today? 222. Yes. Yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Neo Soul. But yes. Yes. The answer is yes. But there really is no but. I want you to have fun. That's what your spirit guides. Okay, they're coming through me, so I'm going to refer to myself as your spirit guides. But we just want you to have fun, and we want you to enjoy this. Like, think back to when you were going to Chuck E. Cheese and all of these little playthings, and you were just completely oblivious to what your parents were doing around you and not thinking about if they are having a good time. You were completely consumed in that fun, and time just went by so fast. And you would go home, and you would sleep so good, and you would wake up, and you would have a great day the next day. And maybe sometimes like that was an escape for home, or maybe you didn't have that opportunity to, but at the same time, life is not all terrible. And you know this. We've shown you that life is not all terrible. And the reason that you have these high expectations for these emotional experiences that you want to experience is because you felt them before. You know that they exist. And so it's really just, you have to have fun. That sounds crazy. Like, in order for you to bring these things in, your life has to be fun. And because we don't want you manifesting out of lack, because you would manifest that energy of lack. And so if you're having fun and you're not worried about anybody else and what they're doing, then you are going to manifest fun and not caring about what anybody else is doing, right? And it's not it's not that you're selfish. It's not that you're self-absorbed. It's not that you're prissy. I've been hearing that word today, prissy. It's that you love yourself, and you know that the energy that you give comes from within. And so unless the energy that you have within is pure, then you're not going to be able to fully be the person that God sent you here to be. God sent you through these tribulations. That's an odd image. You want me to talk about that? No, we're not talking about that right now. We're not going in that energy. We're staying focused on the positive. But God sent you through these tribulations. He sent you through the darkest of times where you could not hear his voice, right? And you may have felt like God forgot about you, but truly, in these darkest of moments, all that you were holding on to was the idea of God, because you truly know that he exists. And that's all God needed to know to make sure that you are guided and protected and that you are anointed. And so don't ever triple think if God has his hand out for you, 11:11, because God is preparing the biggest blessing that this world has seen for you to give out and dish to other people. I'm literally seeing a Thanksgiving dinner, and you are just handing out food, but it's money. You're handing out food to these people at this giant table, but it's money. I'm seeing Cinderella 2. Is that the cartoon? I also heard commercial. Cinderella 2, the commercial where they have that big dinner. The cartoon. Oh my gosh. Commercial. Commercials may be significant. State Farm, insurance. Frogs. Ribbit. Anyway, Kiss the Frog. Princess the Frog. Tiana. Louisiana. Beignets. Lightning bugs. Okay. But yeah, like God has prepared the table for you, and you are about to sit down and eat, but you getting ready first. Like you putting your makeup on, you making sure your skin is tight, like 12-12. You making sure you look good, you making sure your haircut, you making sure you look real pretty. You making sure your charisma is authentic. Like you're not preparing for these experiences as in taking ideas from other people. Of course you can be inspired by other people. I'm hearing Lala has been inspiring me a lot lately. I unfollowed a lot of like Instagram baddies lately that I used to look up to that dress like insane. And I started following more girls that are like in their divine feminine energy, because if you are a divine feminine and you are consumed by women that benefit off of the male gaze, how does that make you a woman? Not knocking anybody, not shaming anybody, but that's my truth. And morals and integrity, all of that. Like, I was having a conversation with someone today, and they told me, oh, it's time for survival mode again. Knock me out my motherfucking socks. Y'all. These boots were made for walking, and that's what they gonna do. Get your they said, it's time for survival mode, Tori. You gotta put that work in. Bitch, what? I'm not calling you a bitch, but bitch, what? Excuse me? Survival mode? What in the high cortisol levels in the biblioteca fuck are you talking about? What? And it's crazy that the younger version of ourselves would have accepted these things that other people tell us. And this is why a lot of people don't think for themselves, because if somebody tells you, if somebody tells an ignorant person it's time for survival mode, you need to get a 9-to-5 job, you need to work at Taco Bell, I see that they're hiring, you gonna be like, okay, that's a good idea. You're not even gonna give it no thought. Us, we are literally ding dong, my chicken nuggets. We are literally gifted with the ideas to reject that because it's not our truth. And these people don't see it now. you don't need these people to understand you, baby girl, because they not gonna understand you. Stop caring. And it's okay to care what people think, but don't let that depict who you are as a person, and don't let that change how you move, you know? And so you could care about your outward image, because truly, like, you know, I don't know. Why should you care about your outward image? Because that may have something to do with your career. Anyway, don't care about it. Fuck it. But just don't give your energy and attention to things that people are telling you to do, because unless you're going to take their spot in life, unless you would trade places with them, fuck, I look like getting advice from you in that particular subject. How you gonna tell me? We gotta let that go. I've literally, like, in my 20 years of living, 5 years conscious, I have never been told you need to be in survival mode. That's literally what I've been working my way out of. Y'all, cortisol levels in women is so destructive to your mental health, to your hair, to your eyes, to your health, period. That's why so many women develop PCOS and all of these internal diseases, dis-ease. Your body isn't at ease because you have that built up trauma and stress. I refuse. I rebuke that. I mean, even the book I'm reading, Mind is the Master by James Allen, I looked up how, okay, this was written in the early 1900s, and he's talking about how your mind projects your health and all of these things like that, and just like how your mind is the master, basically. And I looked up, how did he die? Nigga died from cancer. Like, okay, I can preach this all I want, but not even bro that was preaching it, famous for it, lives for it, wrote this big ass book. Well, this is not one book, it's 4 different books. This big ass book, not even he could preach his own. It's truly the will of God at the end of the day. And if you don't realize that you are within God's will and that you can rewrite your storyline, because if you are manifesting and it just comes like naturally, fuck you think you can't manifest $1 million today? That's been my lesson lately. Like, why can't the man behind me pay for my food? Why can't that happen? It can. Because miracles exist. And I'm also thinking of Madonna. You guys should look this video up. Where she was talking about how she's a channel of light and that she is not the owner of her artistry, she is the manager. And how, I don't even know what I was gonna say, but that's basically what I was gonna say. But yeah, like sometimes you may overthink things, and I think that's just like, you may be neurotypical. No. You may be neurodivergent, and that's where your overthinking comes in. And so the fact that you can balance yourself out and even get to a point for 3 seconds, excuse me, where you can balance your mind out is incredibly magnifique, is incredibly impressive. And that's something that a lot of neurotypical people who live on a higher resonance can do. Our levels are currently like this. If you have ADHD, ADD, autism, your brain levels are constantly like this. And so neurotypical people are at it like this. And then maybe they get a tower, boom. But then they can bring themselves back up. We just constantly like this. The fact that you can take a second and be like, vibrating high, you see what I'm saying? Like, they may be like this, and you may be like, That's like really difficult to do. But it's even that, like, guys, what I'm really trying to say is you are magnificent, you are enchanting, you are entrancing, you are beyond human words. Like, I would literally, if I were to put your existence into words, I would like have to like write out a code a whole, I would have to code a whole new universe to explain your beauty. Like, it wouldn't even be a word. I believe that words are universes because truly everything is energy and everything is an atom. And so if you're pushing out these vibrational frequencies, and even like, you know, this, my hands are little universes. Everything is a little universe. And so if you're pushing out these words of, you know, hatred, unless it's coming from a different space of intention, it's not even about that. It's not even about the word itself. It's about the intention and the meaning behind it, right? And so if you're pushing out hatred with the feeling of hatred, then you're pushing out little universes in your universe. You see what I'm saying? And it's eventually gonna. But if you're pushing out love, your universe is going boom, 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 boom. Y'all, the way, I hope you're a visual learner, because the way I am trying to explain these things with my hands, if you're not clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, you're not gonna understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna speak this out. I had this girl call me dumb. My nose is so itchy. Dumb. Okay. I didn't say anything. She called me dumb. It hurt my feelings a little bit. I know I'm not dumb though. My intelligence is on a different level to where I don't even call people dumb. Like, sometimes, no, I can call people unintelligent without calling somebody dumb. Like, the word dumb is dumb. If people are insulting you with these words that are like unintelligent, they're unintelligent themselves. And so if I were to say somebody is dumb, which I don't think any human being on this earth is dumb, I just think there's some subjects where a lot of people aren't as educated, right? Like, I'm shitty at math. Fuck. Terrible. I really want to like prove to myself I can get better at it. But anyway, I would be like, personally, I think that Angelica just doesn't have that strength in that sort of topic to where she can fully express her feelings as a human being. And I don't think that she has the emotional intelligence to realize that her actions are portrayed as ignorant. It displays her ignorance. See how I didn't attack her? I didn't say, bitch, you dumb! I simply just said, the way that you go about life is not particularly the smartest way. I think that if you were to change this and this and this, then maybe you would have a justifiable life. But honestly, I can understand why you're really upset and why you're projecting that onto me right now. Because baby girl, I love you. Literally, okay, I went to pick my girl up from school today, and I parked backwards in a one-way. And it's very justifiable. Like, I completely didn't go out the other way. Like, there was nobody in my way. Like, it was really not that big of a problem. And there was no one-way sign. So I really could park or do whatever I wanted. But I got out, and it's like everybody was parallel parking this way, and I was parked this way. And, and this lady goes, you know this is like kind of like a one-way, right? And I said, baby girl, I already know that. My car is fine. You don't need to tell me that. And I walked away. Honestly, that was very justifiable because girl, what? How you gonna tell me where I need to? Are you the parking police? And that is white woman entitlement. I think for a little bit I was like, should I talk about this on my YouTube channel, because I have high expectations for my career, and if this gets out, I may be canceled. But I can only be canceled if I want to be canceled, if I choose to be canceled. And so I'm speaking true facts. Because there are some things that black people are entitled to too. Indian people are entitled to something as well. Asian people are entitled to something as well. And so this white woman felt like she was, mind you, I'm in the, you know, upper ups of my city. And, you know, there's Indian women, maybe one black person. And then there's me. Anyway, she's like, she says that or whatever, and I just had this inner feeling of not like rage, but I just knew she was gonna say something to me too. And I was just like, ugh, like the entitlement that she had to feel like oh, you can't park that way. Okay, Matrix police. Like literally, bro, have y'all seen the Matrix when there's like the police that hunt down people that are hacking the Matrix? Like, that was literally her. Like, I gave no fucks. She tested my patience. In the past, I would have been like, bitch, mind your motherfucking business, ho. Fuck are you talking about? Get in your own fucking lane. And I really could have said, bitch, you see I'm driving a $50,000 car. Fuck what I parked backwards for if it wasn't going to impact, if it was going to, you know, and see, I can't even get it out because that's not even me. Like, I really could cuss a motherfucker out if the past version of myself really could cuss a motherfucker out if I wanted to. And you could too, you know? The stories that I share about myself, I just hope that everybody can relate to, because it's the truth. People be fucking crazy and entitled as fuck and think that they can boss other people around. Like, girl, you are the boss of yourself. Stop trying to control everything. Like, if I seen a motherfucker do that, I would be like, okay, go about my merry way. Ain't my problem. As long as you're not hitting my car, I don't care. I may watch you if you're right in front of my car, but I'll be like, nah, you good, bro. I don't care. Now, if you're hurting somebody, I'ma tell on you, and I'm gonna speak my shit. But I ain't never seen no shit like that. So, is that it, God? We just got in a completely different path right there. Bracelets, brackets. You're in a different tax bracket than these hoes, spiritually and monetarily. Like, I don't know, God just made me want to bust a move right now. So we gonna end this off with a dance battle. Ready? I hear the music, it makes me dance. Now it's your chance. I'll hit the splits for y'all one time.